And I'm sure you were willing and ready to break that for us now. Who is main eventing that?
Well, I just announced some fights yesterday, and that wasn't one of them.
What's up, everybody? See you again on the Fake MMA News. Again, we will inform you the latest news from the MMF special UFC. And just listen.
Good and bad news for Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis, revealed as Dana White hints Topuria versus Makhachev at UFC 377. The excitement surrounding Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis has recently waned, with injury rumors confusing the UFC world. Veteran journalist Kevin Iol's brief remark of a likely knock to du Plessis drove fans into a frenzy, with wild speculation that he had broken his shin. Questions arose regarding whether the fight would be scrapped entirely or if UFC 317 would require a new main event. In the midst of the confusion, many people waited for the UFC or Dana White to provide some answers. Well, he surely did, but not before presenting a mixed bag of news that has everyone buzzing. In fact, he decided to reveal the fates of two massive fights. So, what did he say? Dana White discussed the topic at the UFC Fight Night post-event press conference. The UFC CEO announced that Chimaev versus du Plessis will take place, but not in the way fans had expected.
And I'm sure you were willing and ready to break that for us now. Who is main eventing that?
Well, I just announced some fights yesterday, and that wasn't one of them.
Yeah, there's a couple you didn't announce that people were kind of hyped for. There's some rumors. There was rumors that it was going to be Khamzat DDP. Turns out that doesn't look like it's true. There's now rumors it's going to be Ilia Topuria versus Islam. Is that a
Well, we all know that fight's happening. The du Plessis versus Khamzat fight. It's happening. It's just not happening in International Fight Week. That fight's done.
Okay.
Just not happening that.
And Ilia Islam?
What's that?
Ilia versus Islam?
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how it plays out.
While it's reassuring to learn that the blockbuster fight is still on, the fact that it's being pushed back is something that will definitely disappoint many fans. Meanwhile, UFC's International Fight Week may feature another massive main event to compensate for the change. Ilia Topuria, who just surrendered his featherweight title in pursuit of higher aspirations, looks set to challenge for the lightweight championship. Though Dana White did not formally confirm the match against Islam Makhachev, he couldn't contain his excitement. His "we'll see how it plays out" remark with a big smile implied that the La Leyenda versus Makhachev showdown is closer than ever before. All eyes are now focused on UFC 317, as we will finally find out which of the two biggest fights of the year will end up main eventing the grand event. But for now, it looks like Khamzat Chimaev and Still Knox will face off later. But Topuria's chance at two-division greatness could electrify International Fight Week in the meantime. With Dana White teasing huge announcements, fans can expect a chaotic summer filled with high-stakes action and dream matchups for sure. However, it is worth noting that not just Dana White, but even the South African fighter's coach earlier stated before Dana White's latest statement that DDP might not be a part of the UFC 317 lineup as everyone believed. In the midst of all the intrigue surrounding Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev's highly anticipated fight, Dana White's latest statements help us better comprehend the situation. While rumors of du Plessis' potential injury raised concerns about whether the fight would go forward as planned, the head honcho's statement affirms that the fight is still on, but with a significant adjustment in timing. Despite the confusion caused by injury rumors, Visser and du Plessis insisted that there was no injury to worry about and that the fight with Chimaev was always planned. Visser shut down the rumors, stating clearly that, while the contract had not yet been signed, plans were always in place for this to happen in the near future.